tarot reading that I'm going to be showing you today is this one. This is the tarot deck that I use for all the readings that I do. It's a Zen tarot, which means it's based on Buddhism. It acts as a reflection of the reality that I'm reading into, the situation, the current event that is happening right now. It's not really about prophecy or looking for luck or any kind of that. Well, it is sort of a little bit, but the main purpose of these cards, you can see these cards, there's so many of them, is to give insight to some kind of wisdom that's at play here. So for example, this one is one of my favorite. It's basically a pond. And in this description in Polish, it means things are just gonna happen. Like, things, just let it be. That is the nature, just like this pond. Sometimes there's rain, sometimes things that happen naturally. Like the nature itself, there's life and death, the season change. So I kind of like that philosophy behind it, which is very much rooted in Buddhism and generally Indian subcontinent religion. And I think that resonates with many other religions too, but of course I'm a Buddhist, so that's where I learned this from. And these speak to me in many ways, so I kind of use them as like a reflection. That being said, if you are still interested in this kind of reading, we can begin. Right. Well, first, I want our minds to be absolutely clear with our intentions, that there are no any thoughts that interfere with our focus, to make sure that the readings are as pure as possible, because we carry a lot of biases, we carry a lot of internal turmoil that can influence anything. In order for us to really look at the reality it is and observe without judgment, we need to train our mind to distinguish what are the thoughts that we have biases, or that were a result of our emotional reactions to certain events that happened to us earlier or in the past. We need to focus on the now as much as possible, to see the reality for what it truly is, to lessen the noise from the outside, to look past the illusion. So, with that in mind, let's begin our short meditation. So I want you to focus on this crystal. You don't have to focus on this crystal. It is really just a beautiful crystal that I have, which I'll zoom it to the camera. Slowly look at all the details here. Look at the light reflecting on each cracks. Your mind should be only have this crystal in your mind. Look deeply into it. Clear everything from your thoughts, from your mind, from your spirit. Imagine a pure energy surrounding this very crystal. Let it cleanse everything, all the attachments. Take a deep breath. Hold it and let it out. Once more. And out. Once again. Okay. Right. Now that we have cleared our minds of everything, we are at peace, we are in the present, and we are more ready than ever to look at the situation at hand in absolute, without any judgment, with absolute clarity, with absolute clarity. So let's begin. I've reshuffled this card. Let's begin here for a second. All right. So this is a diamond spread, and I like this spread because it is relatively simple to see, and especially for a beginner, something like this is helpful so that we don't have too many signals and too many cards at play. Then interpretations can be quite chaotic. So having start something with simple like this is always helpful. We'll start with this first card in the middle. This is the situation currently. Interesting. The current situation, basically, the situation meaning what is happening right now, who you are right now, what is your mind right now, what is the state of your being at the very moment now. This card is telling me you're going on an adventure. You're starting something new. You're just emerging from a path that was painful before, or perhaps hardship, obstacles, challenges, and you're embarking on something new. Or it doesn't have to be from somewhere difficult. It could be a beginning, an end to something else, whatever it was. And it could be a beginning to something new. So this card signifies new beginning. And now I'm going to look into the factors, the internal factors, turmoil in your mind, or perhaps from past trauma, past problems that you've faced before, that's influencing your situation right now. It seems like previously you were not able to break free from things that you were forced to do. It could be mentally, trying to find the word here. You were not allowed to do something. It could be self-limiting, or perhaps there were opportunities that you not be able to do. Just look at this picture. So like, it's like this child that's trying to get out, to play, to emerge, to grow, to enjoy the outside, the beautiful, the abundance of nature that lies behind this gate. And that was basically the factors that were holding you back, essentially. You were in this state of mind where you were feeling liberty to overcome any obstacles, and it seems that it's sorry, this word. It seems like you are stuck before, you're trying desperately to get out, trying desperately to overcome that challenge. That's basically what's happening right now. Come together with this third card. Oh, very beautiful. Now these three cards, I would say I would love to read these together, because really it acts as like a mirror, that very much like crystal do. Imagine your reality shining in through the crystal, and you see multiple perspectives. Here's one perspective, here's another perspective, and here's another perspective. This signifies factors outside of your control, but not in the sense that the factors that necessarily you need to control, but it can be something that's happening that's just like the nature itself. Like there could be no correlation whatsoever to your current situation. But if I were to read together and all three, this means that with the start of your adventure, you were desperately trying to enter this phase where you actually got out, start your adventure, finding your way through the tunnel, light at the end of the tunnel, and that all of this was you actually feeling aligned with your inner child. There's the sense of that you're feeling like you're pushing through from your childhood. You're visiting your childhood again. You're healing your inner child. There's a sense of a lot of childish joy, and it's just a lot of good energy that's helping you go through this. So it seems like, honestly, if I were to put in plain terms, perhaps you felt like you were a kid that's trying to desperately to have a lot of fun, to go on an adventure, and now this is a sign that it is happening slowly, and this is perhaps already something that you're already on your way of doing. Maybe this is your intention. That's, so far, it's a good thing. This is a good situation to have. And let me look at this fourth card, which is, I call it the wisdom or the lesson that we can learn from this situation, which already I've spoken a few of these. All of these cards always give a little bit of wisdom, a little bit of lessons for us. Oh, look at that. This is the card of we are the world, we are together, everything's connected, we are one. This is a very beautiful card. This very signifies a very deep wisdom that we are all one with each other, everything is connected, and that even though you might feel like you're alone, you're detached from society, at the end of the day, we all are. We can hear your pain, everyone can. All of the things that flow through the universe, because you are the universe, first of all. We are always together. So that's a very, very beautiful piece of wisdom that I always reach into, that in the darkest moments, in the darkness of tunnel, there is always the light at the end of the tunnel. That's just part of life. Things change. Sometimes there's a dip, sometimes there's an up. And that all of the situation happening now, the key wisdom to this is trust that you are able to push through. Whatever helps you to go through your adventure and finding that your inner joy, healing your inner child, it's because we are one universe together. I can feel what you're feeling, that spark of joy, spark of life, spark of this magnificent growth happening within you. That because we are connected, I can feel it. And these cards too. That's why this really is just a reflection of what's inside of you. And so I'm just guiding you guiding you, helping you to talking through these cards to help you realize it within yourself. And the very last card that's helping you, that's basically very interesting, is that, oh, this does not mean a bad one, actually. While this means regret, but actually this is, as always, it's a lesson. In the darkest of times, as I mentioned, even though I've said before opening this card, but together with this is very good, because you know there's a sense of isolation here, there's a sense of doubt, right? We always have that, and it's always the same wisdom that I will give to this is you have to reach inside and realize that we are all connected. We are in this together, and it's okay to feel like you're alone and you want to ask for help. You're reaching out, like I'm reaching out now to help you. Don't let yourself be in. This is not what will help you get through this. This will help you get through this. And so when I read all of this together, you know, it can signify that maybe, especially having this card where you feel like a child, you feel like maybe you didn't grow enough, you were not enough, you were stuck, right? You didn't make enough progress. The relationship didn't go as planned, or the job you wanted maybe, or anything in life, you didn't go as planned and you were not able to go through it like now. And that there's a sense of regret, there's a sense of like, I could have done better, you know, I could make this choice or the other choice, or I could have done that, you know, millions of regrets, right? But all of that is actually just an illusion, distracting from the reality at hand. Always look to the present and what is really happening, because a lot of the time in life, you don't even realize it, that we absorb so much negativity, also positivity, everything, right? From everything around us, from the world, from watching the news, from your neighbor, from your parents, from your girlfriend, boyfriend, friends, everybody, right? Everyone has different perspectives, right? But your life, you, the observer of your own soul, your mind, your body, there is that perspective. It's sacred, and to build that relationship, to understand yourself deeper, that is very beautiful, and it would help you to look beyond the illusions and see what really lies beneath you, what really lies inside your soul, into your spirit. Right, and that's it for today, for the reading. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. If you want more of this content, let me know in the comments. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.